Hi, we're going to be talking about e-joints. The Big Lie About a Safer High is the title of this pamphlet. Well, anywhere, anytime. Since e-joints are about the size of tobacco e-cigarettes, they can be easily hidden or carried in the user's purse or pocket and thrown away when empty. E-joints do not produce the smoke that is commonly associated with burning marijuana. E-joints differ from vaporizing marijuana in that no pieces of the plant are used to get high. Instead, e-joints are loaded with concentrated hash oil, and unlike most vaporizers, there are no parts that need to be changed or assembled for e-joints to function. The user just has to open the box, pull out an e-joint, and inhale. The effects of e-joints aren't immediate. The makers of e-joints promise a softer high than the user would expect from regular marijuana use, but the effects are still strong enough to cause dangerous physical and mental impairment. The effect of hash oil e-joints may not be immediate, sometimes taking up to 15 minutes to be felt. This, combined with their higher levels of THC, raise the risk of abuse and overuse. It is a chemical cocktail. The e-joint's user's high is affected by the chemicals that enter their brain. The combination of THC and other compounds are different in vapor than in smoke, and the effects on the user will vary by the cocktail of chemicals added by the manufacturer. Different manufacturers have different extraction processes and might use additives, so there's no telling what you might be getting in an e-joint. Hash oil, an explosive problem. Hash oil is made by grinding up the marijuana plant and flushing it with a solvent, such as alcohol, naphtha, hexane, butane, or propane. These petrochemical solvents can also end up in the final hash oil product that the user inhales. The most commonly used solvent is butane. Butane is lighter fluid. Imagine inhaling not just dangerous cigarette or joint smoke, but also the contents of the lighter as well. When teens consume substances that alter the way the brain functions, it can have far-reaching effects on their development. Let's take a look at butane short-term effects. Butane short-term effects are mouth, throat, and lung irritation, nausea, vomiting, headache, drowsiness, tingling sensations, suffocation, convulsion, coma. Butane long-term effects: sudden collapse, coma, respiratory failure, liver failure, kidney failure, death. There are bigger risks for teens. Hash oil has not been widespread enough for researchers to study its long-term effects, but they're bad. It is known that THC can severely impair brain development and function, especially in teens. The brain is not fully developed until about the age of 25 when young people take drugs that alter the way the brain functions. It can have far-reaching effects on their development. THC affects the areas of the brain responsible for memory and learning. People who smoke marijuana heavily during their teenage years lose as much as 8 IQ points between the ages of 13 and 38. Even if users quit in their adult years, these learning abilities don't come back. E-joints, the big unknown. Some people believe that vaping is safer than smoking, but it is by no means necessarily safe. The long-term risks of inhaling e-joints are currently unknown, and they appear to be bad. What is actually in the vapor depends on many factors. Temperature is important because higher amounts of toxins are released at higher temperatures. Some vaping devices use plastic parts that can heat up, releasing additional toxins into the vapor. Bottom line, nobody really knows what's in an e-joint vapor. Nobody knows what the long-term effects of using e-joints are on the human body. Just because the people who make and sell e-joints say it's safer doesn't make it true. Don't buy the hype. Don't put yourself at risk. Don't be a guinea pig. Stay away from e-joints. This is right there, red and white. This is brought to you by the Department of Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority. Thank you very much.